I think we're ready to go too.
Okay, we are indeed live.
Hello.
Live from the studio of Curtis's garage.
Yes.
Yes.
Curtis is the one on that end.
Hello.
There he is. The one in the middle, that's Ryan.
Hello.
And
And oh, right, I'm Noah.
I'm Ryan.
Nice. We just did that. So
That's the
we
joke.
will not be talking about this show today.
Why not,
'Cause I
Curtis?
still have not watched it.
There's only
It's only 15 great episodes.
do you remember the password to the Wi-Fi?
Not,
Oh yes.
s-
Yes, nifty.
Hey, don't be
I
sharing
only
my
gave
password with the
do you remember
world.
the numbers?
Not at all.
Dang it.
What needeth you with the Wi-Fi?
Well, apparently my phone forgot the Wi-Fi, so here we are.
Tricksy. So we're going to talk about this WandaVision show, I guess.
Sure.
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 The only caveat is that Noah has only watched a scene of the first episode and then episode 7.
Yes.
It's kind of like when I watched that one episode of season 6 of Game of Thrones where everybody was dying.
Yes.
Green stuff. Green fire. Green. I don't know what the heck was going on.
Wait, are we talking about season?
Season 6. The end of season 6 of Game of Thrones.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry, I was thinking of
okay.
the other episode with the wildfire.
Oh, right. Yeah, right.
With
right,
the
right.
Battle of
Blackwater Bay.
Blackwater Bay.
Yes.
That's it. But, yeah, that's a good episode, too.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. So the reason I wanted the Wi-Fi password is because YouTube eats up data.
Yes.
Yes. So
Data.
Curtis,
Here, maybe I'll text it to you.
I was just about to suggest that. I was like, there are ways around this.
I believe this
Da-da.
is the number.
Ah, okay.
Hmm.
Very good. Very good.
Whenever I hear that, I just,
Oh, the doodah day.
I just think of Pinewood Derby.
Yep. Same.
Right.
I met Mr. Pigeon's son when I was in the barbershop choir. That was
Really?
interesting. Yeah. He's a nice guy.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just knocking stuff over here, so
Oh.
don't mind me.
What?
I'm not minding.
So, Curtis,
So Curtis.
what are we talking about? I haven't been
Oh.
paying attention.
He already talked about it, but sure.
Yeah, I mean,
Let's reiterate.
yeah, so WandaVision starts out rather mysterious. I think everyone on the internet's pretty much discussed it at great length and detail by now. So wait, you didn't even watch episode 8, Noah?
No,
Oh, well that doesn't help us at all.
it helps us kind of. You could tell me what happened after the cliffhanger of the end of episode 7 that I didn't really care about.
I don't even remember how. Oh, is that with what's his face? The dude shows up.
Dude shows up.
Dude shows up. No,
Well,
that's the end of episode
Quicksilver?
6.
Oh.
Yes, that was the end of episode 6. That's what got me to tune in to episode 7, and he didn't really
yes.
show up. So,
Right. So
I'm
episode
wondering,
7.
so what's the last thing that you?
incorrect password.
What's the last thing that you saw?
The meaned lady was like, "I'm an evil person,"
Okay.
and she
Oh,
was
right,
singing
yeah,
a
it was
musical
Agatha all
song, and I
along.
was like, "Okay."
Okay. So that's like the Office, Modern Family,
Right.
mockumentary style episode.
Yes.
We're into that's the more modern-ish.
Modern.
Yeah. Ha
Uh,
ha ha ha.
yeah, it was getting it was almost too meta for me.
Mm.
What?
Just
Come
yeah.
on. Too meta?
yeah.
That can't be. That. No.
The lover, Noah, the lover of Community, believes
Yeah.
it was too meta.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if Community were around while WandaVision were coming out and they were producing episodes and Abed's head was just like, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, like, calculating?
You would probably be going insane.
I mean, who knows? Maybe the Russo brothers are discussing this right now.
Maybe
for
I'm
the new
choosing the wrong
movie.
Wi-Fi. I can't get on to look at comments, so
I might be able to get mine. But yeah, so you tune into the episode where Agatha Harkness was revealing all.
yes, she started monologuing.
Yes. She started
song.
monologuing.
Well, if you had watched, the episodes leading up to this, I guess it was a very popular fan theory that it was going to be Agatha or Agnes all along because I don't know, the name was pretty similar and whatever.
Well, okay. They went down into her evil lair. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
Yep.
ooh, spooky. Just whatever.
It is it's a definite like difference from the rest of the show. The rest of the show, it's all like squeaky clean, sitcom looking areas. So
Yep. That was
Visually.
the impression that I got.
Well, that's kind of been the fun thing that they've done. Whenever they have to deal with like what's happening in the real world, they go from full screen, whatever aspect ratio for the episode because they've changed that several times. Sometimes they'll go with the 4:3 or
yes, that was
whatever.
brilliant.
And then when they deal with, the serious matters, they go to the more cinematic style of, what you would expect from, a Marvel movie or whatever.
That was what got me to watch the first scene of WandaVision, was the fact that it was in 4:3 aspect ratio. Oh, and what's her name from Thor showed
Yeah.
up.
Yeah,
Yep.
she's in this.
I was like,
Couple
oh,
series.
look, she's there. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
this gives her character more like
Sciencey
time
things.
and like it expands on her
comic
character
relief?
more than any movie or anything has given her so far. So
You mean she's no longer just comic relief? Mispronouncing Mjolnir?
yeah, I
she
mean
still
she's,
is.
She does still provide some comic relief for sure.
But that's not her sole purpose as a character anymore.
right.
Yeah, and she's actually somewhat developed as a character because she now has a doctorate, as we find out in one of the
Right.
episodes.
Right, she looked kind of... sounded like she was sciencey now.
So that's kind of cool. And the FBI agent from Ant-Man and the Wasp is there. And he's fun.
Didn't even notice
Yeah.
if he was in the episode or whatever.
I don't know if he was in that episode.
No clue.
Maybe. But he's fun. And they showed some character development with him in one of the earlier episodes when they introduce him because he was amazed at Scott Lang's ability to do magic in the Ant-Man movie. And
Oh.
so when they introduce him into the show, he like brings out his card and he does a magic trick to bring his FBI card out. So I was like, huh, that's fun.
Callbacks.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
So lots of reasons to watch and enjoy this show. So many tie-ins to so many more Marvel stories.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Not just limited to 20 or 21 movies or whatever.
Not just limited to those 21 movies. Oh my.
Yep. Let's see. And it's in this episode that we see that what's her face. Her DNA is being rewritten, right? That's where we have that revelation when she's traveling through the barrier.
I mean, I think that happened the one
that
before.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. Maybe it was this episode. I don't remember.
They made a big, concerted effort to show that she was being all rebellious and going through on her own. I was like, who the hell is this?
Yeah, well, you should have... She's from Captain Marvel. She's the little girl in Captain Marvel.
That's the...
I didn't
watch
watch
Captain
Captain
Marvel.
Marvel.
I never would watch.
Jeez, Noah.
That was the one MCU movie that I was like, nah.
Oh, come on. It had a young, de-aged Phil Coulson. And a de-aged Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh, boy. I'm apparently missing out on de-aging CGI.
Maybe.
Maybe?
It's interesting.
Eh.
I thought they did a great job with it. You would almost really believe that it were a 1995 Samuel L. Jackson.
Okay.
The one thing that I know this isn't the most relevant thing, but the part that throws me off from that movie is when they have Stan Lee's cameo in it, and he's on a train or a bus, and he's reading the script to Mallrats, which he did cameo in that movie. It's around that same time, but also in the movie Mallrats, he's much younger, and it's the same.
I think, Brian, you're overthinking it.
I am, but I'm just like so Mallrats exists in this universe, but
yes.
Stan Lee stopped aging? I don't know.
Well, at this point, he's been confirmed to be a watcher or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can do whatever. He can
do whatever.
Yeah.
He's also dead. Rest in peace, Stanley.
Yeah. Sorry, Stanley.
So
what happened in episode 8, Curtis? Fill me in.
Oh, come on. You're not going to watch it? You should at least watch it after this just to experience it, because my recalling of it is not going to be nearly as good. It's pretty fascinating. They're doing some subtle retconning of Wanda's kind of magical power abilities and how it all got started and all that.
Yeah.
Basically, episode 8 is a not time travel episode, but a flashback episode.
Oh boy.
Agatha uses the magic, uses a piece of Wanda's hair to magically go back through her memories or something. And so you see...
So they pull a Harry Potter move right there.
Yeah. So they see
I
Wanda...
thought it sounded familiar.
I
said I thought that plot sounded familiar, and I couldn't place it.
Yes, but they don't put it in a... it isn't a tier, and they're not putting it in a cauldron of whatever memory fluid stuff.
Sure. Curtis, my memory of Harry Potter is worse than basically anything else, because it got jettisoned at some point.
Well, in any case, so you see how sitcoms were a part of their the family life growing up, and then Agnes
Oh,
or Agatha
I see.
kind of implies that Wanda had powers before the
Reality
Hydra
stone.
stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see what they're doing.
But what
Yeah.
they... Oh, you also forgot another thing. They explain kind of Agatha's or Agnes or her backstory of how... I guess they're kind of going deeper into the Doctor Strange-ish territory because they bring up witches that have
Right.
existed on Earth for a very long time, and we just never knew about.
Well, and they existed in the comics. I guess there
Yeah.
was precedent for the whole thing, but yeah, she was, I don't know, during the Salem witch trials in the
Yeah.
16 whatevers, she was I don't know, she was confronted by the other witches. That's kind of the opening scene of the episode. And the witches try to, I don't know, control her, do something, kill her at the stake. I'm not exactly sure what they're trying to do, but
Burn her at the stake.
I think it was
Burn her
them
at the
trying to
stake.
take her powers away,
uh,
but then she reverses that reverse move,
yeah.
and she takes the
The Uno reverse card?
exactly the
my
Uno
God.
reverse card on all of them, and she takes away all of their powers, and they all die.
Yep. Including her old mom.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
So
Wait, but that retconning of her powers doesn't make sense.
Wanda's?
of Wanda's.
Yes.
It's just basically they're implying that you see the Tony Stark missile hit, or it I guess you don't see it hit, but you see it hasn't exploded. And Agatha implies that she was subliminally or subconsciously using magic to keep it from exploding and killing them.
So with the earlier flashback of Agatha, they established that there were witches in the cinematic universe before. It's just we didn't know about them, and
Right,
Wanda didn't know that she had the powers initially.
Okay. So then what about that line in Infinity War where Vision's like only my own power that came from the stone could destroy the stone, which is why she had to destroy the Mind Stone.
So that's okay. That's also later retconned. They say that she had kind of dormant powers, but they were they knocked it up to 11 when she started experimenting, or Hydra started experimenting with the Infinity Stone on her. So it kind of kicked things into gear. Yeah.
It's all like, yeah. Just move along. Let's get through with the series.
I just feel like they're just making stuff up so that their plot having witches makes some kind of sense.
You have
It's an adventure show.
commenters.
Oh, what's up, Heather? Is it an adventure show?
Oh.
It's a sci-fi. Oh yeah, Heather, you guys honestly have such a dope setup. Well, thanks.
Should also look at the most valuable piece of our setup, the Star Trek Armada
Box.
I think it has made it in every episode.
Yes,
or
it
at least
has.
almost
It was
all.
tipped over on one episode, but the box was there.
It was
you
there.
could you could see it. Yes,
All right.
it's very important.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
What were we saying?
I don't know.
I was just being very confused about the existence of witches and the retconning of things, and I'm not a huge fan of retcons.
It's like a subtle retcon. It isn't like a major, you know.
You know, it's not like they
They
made a
never said
point
that
of
they
it.
didn't exist when they started these movies.
That's not the problem. The problem is where Wanda's powers come from, which is what I don't like.
Well, I mean, in the comics, Wanda was the daughter of Magneto, right? And they couldn't do that when they made the
Right.
the movie
Yeah.
at first. So now they're trying to kind of work it back, slyly. So
And
the
that's
X-Men makes sense.
and that's what's kind of coming with the culmination of this episode is what may change things.
The X-Men are gonna be a thing now?
Possibly.
Possibly.
So
It's almost like Disney owns them.
I was reading about this earlier. First, we have to explain more of what happens.
Right.
So we kind of retcon her saying that she did have some magical powers. It got turned up a bit when she was working with the Infinity Stone, and then there were points in her life where when she felt lower, like when she was like, really sad and depressed, that's when her powers started increasing or something. I'm not entirely sure.
Well, they show
Don't look at
the
me.
development of her relationship with Vision.
That's true.
They
okay.
It's right after Pietro had died, and Vision has a little tiny monologue, or he's kind of talking about grief and stuff. And apparently, I was reading that was a controversial topic or something. I didn't
What?
really think so.
Everything's a controversy these days.
Right. So I guess that sets up just why she liked Vision so much or something. And so
Okay. I don't feel like that needed to be explained.
Oh.
then we end up seeing her going to we see her go into the sword facility to go actually see Vision or whatever the remains of Vision, and he's all like taken apart and being dismantled or whatever.
Not colorful.
Yeah.
Yep.
And in earlier episodes of WandaVision, it had been implied that she had stolen Vision's body from that facility, and that's how he was in the Hex. But this
Yes.
episode reveals, spoiler alert, that she didn't take him, that she just left, and she went to the house where Vision had gotten a deed, or it wasn't a house. It was
just the property.
yeah, the property. And she's just so sad and overwhelmed or something that she just starts creating Vision, and she creates the Hex and creates the house out of nothing or something. I don't know what she creates it out of.
And then she starts broadcasting that to the world.
Something like that.
Apparently, yeah.
But she's
Okay.
so powerful that she's able to just do it on autopilot, that she's not even
Yeah.
consciously thinking this anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so the end of the episode,
Oh, lords.
it leaves us on kind of this big cliffhanger. Well, kind of. It isn't really a big cliffhanger, but Agatha finally says you're supposed to be a myth. You're like the Scarlet Witch, which, that's the comic book
So
name for her.
what I'm getting from this now, they've explained more about the Scarlet Witch in other comics, how it's not just that, that's her X-Men name or whatever. It's that there's a long line of other witches that are just this powerful,
That explains the whole witch thing.
I guess.
Sure.
But they also talk about how she uses chaos magic, and the chaos magic is it's a big deal because
if you drop the water on the hand, it won't go back the same way.
Exactly, it'll
my
go
gods.
different directions
Oh
every
my
time.
Gods.
Essentially, it's stating that she can create anything from virtually nothing, which is where we're starting to get this whole this is how we get all the X-Men and other people into
Maybe.
the cinematic universe.
Yeah, we'll see. The article I read today, some showrunner or someone involved with WandaVision said that the finale of the season
Oh, no.
is not going to live up to the fan theory expectations, like the big ones, I guess. So
Are you telling me that they're not going to bring every X-Men character imaginable into the cinematic universe
I don't think
from a
that's gonna
television
happen
show?
right now.
What? I
Well,
don't.
this is
Oh wait, yeah, I saw
yeah.
that coming.
It's supposed to lead into Doctor Strange, and for a while I thought that Doctor Strange was coming out March of this year, and I thought that was very strange.
Ha.
But it's March of next year, so you got a while to
Oh,
make the connection, I guess.
yeah.
Darn.
Darn. That movie that I won't see isn't coming out until next year.
Oh, come on. Benny's so good at Doctor Strange. You gotta go see that one.
I'll think about it. Guardians 3 I'll watch.
As Guardians of the Galaxy.
The As Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes.
And Spider-Man, whatever home, something about home, far from home.
Not
Something
going
about-
home or something.
Not
Yeah.
going home.
There was an announcement trailer for the third home.
Yes. This will be the third Spider-Man movie.
In
Quite
14
a-
years.
15.
quite a
I was gonna
while.
say 15. I was pretty close.
So
Yeah,
I
it should be
think
great.
by default it's gonna be a better third Spider-Man movie.
are you sure?
Yes.
Can anything really top the third Spider-Man movie?
You know, you raise an excellent point.
I mean,
Eric Foreman was just fantastic as the bodybuilder Eddie Brock. Oh wait, no, he wasn't.
jazz.
Jazz.
That's my favorite part. Jazz.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh wait, what's this?
What's
What's
this?
this? There's a question
What's this?
from a
Oh, boy.
commenter.
Or let me braid your hair. Heather, you're not the first person to have braided my hair.
Wow. So many comments from Heather. This is going to be the most commented video we've ever had.
Nice.
That's so kind.
Name your guys' top three third Spider-Man movies. Well, there's Spider-Man 3.
There have to be some animated Spider-Man movies that I can't think of.
That I can't think of, yes. There's the third Spider-Man 2.
That's true.
It's
There's the third Spider-Man 2.
Mm.
and a third Spider-Man 1. So we have
There we
three
go.
threes. I think we're technically cheating, but I'm going to allow it.
I don't know about this.
So 3-3, 3-2, and 3-1?
But
Yes.
we haven't seen 3-3 yet. We
Yeah.
can't put it on the list.
So then it would be 1-3.
Why would 1-3 be the best?
Because it is the best of the thirds.
Okay, fine.
It is the only
I'm
third.
not even gonna bother. It's the only real third, so I suppose it wins by default.
Don't know about this.
Curtis, you literally have nothing else to judge against it. It has to be number one.
Suppose. So what's better, Spider-Man 3 or The Dark Knight Rises?
Dark Knight Rises.
Really?
In terms of a serious answer, yes, hands down.
Okay. Yeah, probably. I don't know.
I got those movies. I got the Dark Knight trilogy for Christmas. I still have to watch through them all.
I have The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises. I don't have Begins for some reason.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Go out and buy it, I guess. I don't own RoboCop 1 either.
What do you think is the best Batman Origins movie out there?
They're all the same.
But which one did it better?
Definitely Batman v Superman.
Yes.
Oh.
The extended edition?
The extended edition.
There we go.
Or the director's cut, whatever.
Extended edition. Yikes.
I think it's just the director's cut. It just happens to be an hour longer than the theatrical cut.
It has more stuff.
It has more stuff. Like Curtis, get this. In one scene in the theatrical version, they're talking about a football game between Gotham City and whatever Superman City is.
Oh, something.
That one.
That one.
That one.
Metropolis.
Metropolis, yes. In the director's cut, you get to see that football game on a television screen being watched by cops.
We got more stuff.
You got more stuff. It's the most...
Speaking of more stuff, when does that
movie.
Snyder cut come out?
The 16th?
Ooh,
It's either that or
pretty
the.
close.
I thought it was the 17th.
It
I
might
thought
be the 17th.
I think it comes out on St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, that might be true.
So.
I just might be mixing up dates. In any case, I'm excited.
Yes. Curtis, we get 4 hours of stuff.
Of stuff.
I don't-
Wow.
Curtis, you've seen Watchmen.
I have seen Watchmen. I have the director's cut, I think.
This is
Blu-ray.
the same guy.
Same guy.
Oh,
And it's going to be about the
course.
same length.
Wow, that's so.
Aren't you
great.
excited?
Yes.
I'm excited to watch it. I don't know if it'll be good or not.
Yeah.
It's kind of exciting. Haha.
Exciting.
exciting.
Yeah. Well, we seem to have
Gotten
a
off
little
track.
off topic. Yeah.
I blame the Spider-Man sidebar.
Right. Spider-Man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like Heather is introducing herself to our mother.
Oh, boy. This'll end very poorly.
Oh yeah.
It might not. I
Hmm.
just figured that was the thing to say to have a dramatic ambiance.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun,
The
dun, dun.
mastery of the dramatic. Pause!
Nice.
Calculon had the mastery of the dramatic pause.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna say we should review
the other
a
thing.
Futurama episode or something.
Futurama. Bum, 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 bum.
I made it through the
bum,
first
bum.
4 episodes from season 1. That was tough.
Is it?
I think it just takes a little while to get into the flow of the show.
I thought it was pretty good from the bat, but yeah, that's me.
I don't know. Maybe it's just, over time, I don't know. Maybe you lose something over time. But I need to get more into it.
Let's skip to the one with the dog.
Oh. That's a sad one.
That's a sad one. Jurassic Park. Woof woof.
Frightening in the dark.
Wait, are we skipping the one with the dog, or are we skipping the episode where it starts saying that this isn't the one with the dog?
No, we wouldn't skip to the episode that tells us it's not the one with the dog.
Are you sure?
Yes, because we know it's not the one with the dog.
But what if it reminds me too much of the dog?
That's your problem.
Hmm. All right. Wow.
All right. This has been enlightening.
Yeah.
Yes, I think Noah needs to watch at least a couple more episodes. Maybe watch like 5, 6, and 8, and then watch the season finale on Friday.
There's only 9 episodes?
Wait, the
Yep,
season?
9 episodes. Isn't that
Oh,
a
wow.
strange number?
I don't like it. I refuse to watch out of principle of the fact that it's not an even number.
Out of Principal?
Yes, and it's less than 10.
Hmm.
Once you're into
Kenobi's
the
only
20s,
gonna have
it's
like
fine.
6, isn't it?
Which one?
What?
Kenobi? It's only supposed to have like 6 episodes.
But that's an even number.
But it's not a prime. Well, 9 isn't a prime number.
Doesn't matter. It's an even number. It's fine. Also, how much can you do with the man who lived on a desert planet for 19 years?
Well, now he's rumored to be
You can
in the.
explain why he looks so old.
Yeah, he's rumored to be in the Andor show now, or might make an appearance.
Oh.
I'm not watching
These are all
Andor.
these
I
are all
don't
internet
care.
rumors. Who knows?
I just keep hearing more and more rumors from the Timothy Zahn gang that we're going to have so many cool callbacks to original Thrawn.
I can't wait.
So I'm excited.
As I said, I'm going to be sad when he loses because he shouldn't,
He shouldn't.
but he will.
Yeah. If we get to May 4th and they announce another Disney Plus show, Thrawn,
Nah, they got to
people
get...
go nuts.
Ahsoka's going to get into Thrawn. They
Right.
can't spoil that.
Maybe
Although I
May
would
the
go
4th
nuts.
next year after Ahsoka does well or something.
Yes.
Maybe.
This is a fertile land, and we will thrive.
And we will call it
This land.
land.
He
Curtis,
hasn't even
that's
seen that.
Curtis, you need to watch that. You must understand.
You must understand. It's in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
5 minutes. Toy Story reference?
That is a Toy Story 2 reference.
That one has a sad song.
That's true.
That is true.
I remember watching you perform that song live
Yeah.
Several times.
several times.
Several times.
And also that one time at that one place that I drove to
Oh yeah.
in that capital city of the state that we live in.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Was Curtis there? I don't think so.
No, he was there for.
Oh, was he?
He was there for a
Yeah,
couple
I was there
of
for
them.
both of them.
Okay. I
I
only
was
came
there
to the
for
second one.
through like the semifinals
final.
and the finals.
Yeah.
I
The
think.
callback in the final. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was cool.
My memory just blocked out Curtis being there. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yeah, because I think we got Red Lobster after.
No, we went to B-dubs after the finals. Maybe.
After the finals, yeah.
Yeah. That was basically all that was open at that point.
Yeah.
We stuck around for a while.
Right.
Right.
Oh, speaking of B-dubs, I have a gift card.
Oh.
I must use it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just what all of our fans tune in for. Us talking about food preferences.
Quality content.
Quality content! Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, perhaps next week we can either discuss
Look what he just
Futurama-
texted me. Just the
Hmm?
bottom. What does that mean?
It's well, that is a prime number.
Oh, now I get it. I was
So-
confused.
Okay.
Our dad texted me, my favorite number is 73.
Oh.
I was confused because we had moved on from the prime number discussion when I read it, and it made no sense in my brain.
Ah.
I was like, what?
So,
This has been quality content number something.
something.
Curtis, how do you feel about the quality of the content of this episode?
Well, I think we were a little unprepared. I mean, Ryan and I were, we've been following this series.
All right,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
tell
but-
me about it. What do you like about it? What do you dislike? You can go on at length and try and create a positive impression upon me to get me to watch it.
Heather asked McDonald's or Wendy's. I'm good with McDonald's.
Mickey D's.
Yeah.
Less hassle.
Less hassle?
Less hassle.
I
Mickey
have
D's,
not-
you're in and out.
Yeah.
It's like an in and out, except not.
Yeah. Man, I want to try In-N-Out.
This is why I do these things.
Someday.
Someday.
Pretty sure I got to go to an In-N-Out Burger when we traveled for work to follow the Packers one time or something.
Go Pack, go.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
You have perfect product placement bestowed upon your head.
Better French fries too.
Yeah.
We're getting live text comments
This is true.
on our food discussion. Wow.
Isn't it great? Just what we didn't expect from this episode, a food discussion.
Hey.
Yeah. Yeah, so WandaVision, good show, good show.
Why is it good?
Just it's expanding. It's doing, I don't know, as you might expect from a show about a set of characters. You get a lot more in-depth time with those two characters, whereas the Avengers movies, you're just kind of going everywhere between everyone, and everyone gets their 3 minutes of screen time and whatever.
They took a page out of, the Spider-Man, these recent Spider-Man playbooks, the recent Spider-Man movie playbooks, by not doing an origin story per se with them. They've done some flashbacks, but it's more, these are the established characters. We're going to go more in depth with them. So that's something I liked.
Yeah, and, the unusual kind of setup of WandaVision has been, I don't know, it's just different from pretty much everything else that's out there, so that's cool.
True.
I'm glad they were bold enough to go ahead and do it.
Yeah. Plus a lot of meta content.
Yes, and the meta content in episode 7, I thought Noah would appreciate that quite a bit.
I appreciated it until they were like, the person talked to her and she was like, "You're not supposed to talk," and then there was a flashback to her being the person that was talking to her behind the camera, which wasn't the person who was talking. It was just like, this has
Actually,
gotten
if you listen
really-
to it and you do
Oh,
some
is it?
voice altering,
Oh,
it's
okay.
the same person.
okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
But it was just like, there's like 16 layers here. I wasn't ready for an onion.
Yeah,
Fourth
well,
wall break
it's-
inside a fourth wall break.
It's like 16 walls.
That's like 16 walls.
We have, lots of comments. on this
Lots of
episode.
comments.
This is crazy. What is better, Jurassic Park or an episode of Barney? What? Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Maybe, these can. We'll take
Let's
these
see here.
comments into consideration for our future episodes.
What is he saying here? Oh boy.
All right.
Just got very
Well.
quiet.
Hmm.
Hmm. So, thanks for tuning in to our apparently Q&A / discussion about WandaVision / discussion
Food.
about food and
Spider-Man.
favorite numbers.
Favorite numbers.
Yes.
If you have something else that you want us to review next week, let us know.
Jace
Or
was,
don't.
Jace was thinking about asking us to talk about Rainbow Six Siege, but you two don't
No, I don't
even
play
know
it.
what that is.
I mean,
Well,
if
Ryan is aware of it.
I'm aware, but
Curtis is like,
I played 007 Nightfire. That's it's not the same thing.
man, it's been a long time since I've heard those words. Probably
Yeah.
since the last time Brett was at our house with his PlayStation.
I remember playing it
Probably.
in middle school at one point. That was fun.
Is Rainbow
times.
Six whatever a video game, by the way? I don't know.
It is a video game. Good job, Curtis.
Okay, yeah. At least I'm in the same kind of ballpark.
You're in the ballpark.
Yeah.
Well, Curtis, looking ahead to the future, are you going to play Halo Infinite when it comes out? Speaking of video games.
I was going to ask for your live not Facebook, YouTube live thoughts on the Paramount Plus Halo announcements.
Whatever. I don't care.
Whatever.
That show's been in development since like 2014. I have no faith in it being any good.
That must mean that it's going to be great because they put so much time and thought and energy into
It's
perfecting
so great.
it.
It's so great that after the announcement, that Steven Spielberg was working on it, he was never mentioned again.
Yeah.
That really tells you how great it is. Spielberg walked away. It must be top notch.
Yeah, I don't know.
It'll be another trashy Halo live action.
I rest my case that if Nathan Fillion was somehow brought in,
It would be
and
better.
they did like a
Sergeant Buck show.
Or or Spartan Buck show,
Spartan Buck show. Oh boy.
because that's what he is now. I'd definitely watch that.
Then you get Adam Baldwin and Alan Tudyk
Exactly.
to play Dutch and Mickey.
Yeah.
I see. This is a brilliant plan. I see it as a poor excuse just to get a Firefly reunion going, which is essentially what ODST was.
I see this as an absolute win.
I see this as absolutely. Bringing it back to Marvel, look at those circles, ladies and gentlemen.
Circles?
Oh no.
Time is not made of lines.
It's made of circles.
That's why clocks are round.
That's why clocks are round. Curtis,
You should watch Red vs. Blue.
you should watch Red vs. Blue.
I see.
I've got it on Blu-ray. The first 10 seasons.
Stop your intruding, intruder.
Stop your intruding right there.
Who is y'all's favorite Marvel operator?
That's a Siege joke.
Okay.
Yeah.
Heather knows what Red vs. Blue is. Heather, why are we not better friends?
So, Heather, do you believe the show officially ended after like 12 seasons
13.
or 13?
13.
Or did it actually go on to, what is it now, 17?
17 sounds correct. There is a bit of a delay, so we're going to have to hold for a second.
Yep.
Hold, please.
Hold, please.
I heard that. The pig monster turned inside out and then it exploded.
Hold, please.
That is a valid ending point,
That
I
is.
suppose. Although there's still the question of what happened to them after, which is then answered in season 6. But
Yeah.
it's a spot to end.
Mm-hmm.
You could also end after season 10 or after season 13.
My question will always be, is like, where did Yellow Church come from?
That
Like,
is a
really?
very good question. There is no good answer. He came out of Caboose's mind is where he came from. And then interacted with the time distortion device, which sent him back to Sidewinder.
I'm Church's twin brother. Sister.
That's messed up in like 12 different ways. Yeah, man, tell me about it.
Interesting.
Yep. I need to rewatch that too.
I can rewatch it whenever I want, without internet ads. In high definition.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Where do you get the full series?
I bought it off Amazon.
Oh,
It's like $100.
nice.
It was a little over 110 or something.
Curtis, you should watch Red vs. Blue.
You should watch Red vs. Blue.
So I've
Watch
heard.
Firefly first. You'll get through that a lot quicker.
I mean, Curtis,
Right.
if you watch Firefly first and then they come out with the Halo show around Sergeant Spartan Buck, then you'd be like, whoa, all this is coming together.
Whoa.
Curtis, what you do is you watch Firefly, and then you watch Castle, and look for all the Firefly references.
Yes.
There are a myriad of them.
Yes.
All right. When he dresses up in the
That's the obvious
Space
one. There's a
Cowboy.
lot of very subtle things. It's really brilliant.
All right. Well,
This has gone on a bit too long, and yet not long enough, depending on your point of view.
hey, Mary
Almost
E says hi.
Hi.
Curtis knows her. So does Ryan.
Yes.
I think you do, anyways.
Probably.
You might see her tomorrow.
Yeah. I will.
Cool.
So WandaVision is a show that exists that maybe I should have watched one more episode of before we came to this discussion. But here we are. We discussed. Apparently it's good. Is it great?
It's pretty darn good.
That's good.
Pretty darn good. Not
what-
great. Okay.
Well, we got to
There's a
watch
distinction.
the finale.
Oh,
Yeah.
of
I
course.
think that'll determine whether or not it's truly great.
Well, then we'll have a checkup next week, right before we go into whatever next week's discussion will be about.
Sounds good. Sounds like a
It's-
plan.
It's a plan?
Like the Silence had. It was a plan.
It's all come together.
It's all coming together. Dun, 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 dun. It's in the fracking ship.
Yep.
Remember that time I was
Talking
hearing a music in the walls? I thought you were drunk. No.
Well,
Oh,
it was. Curtis, is MCT gonna do All Along the Watchtower?
Oh, that would be so much
Oh,
fun.
I don't know
I've brought
yet.
this up before, and I'm just gonna keep bringing it up because
Yeah.
my oh my, would it be great?
And I do have some sheet music that we could base it off of. It's a cappella music, but it's a start for us.
Yes, that would be a good start. Well, maybe send me a copy of that sheet music and I'll look at it and determine. You know, the other thing is I try to at least arrange the songs so that they're not in the absolute worst key signatures. So that doesn't always happen.
Unless it's one of your songs.
Then it's
Then
who
it's,
cares?
It's like 4 different.
Key signatures, and one of them, everything is flat.
Well, you know, you gotta keep the musicians on their toes. You know.
Oh yeah.
On my toes.
I'm off of my toes at that point. I'm like, ah!
Oh my God.
You guys didn't play in pit orchestras. Pit orchestras.
Oh yeah.
Every song, there were at least 3 key changes back from like 7 flats to 7 sharps in the middle of the song. Just, you know, and that would happen many,
All the
many
time.
times per
Yes.
show.
Yes.
It's not so bad when you're playing on guitar because you can just kind of
Refinger.
figure it out. Yeah, but when you're playing like clarinet, ugh,
Right.
not good.
All right. You used to do that
Once upon a time.
once upon a time. Ah, that good old days.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, if you want to tell us what
What
we
talk
should
about
discuss next week,
next week?
leave us a comment.
Leave us a comment. We'll take your suggestions under advisement with ultimate veto power residing in Ruby the cat.
Yes.
Right. I gotta get a picture for our thumbnails so that it draws in more people.
Yes, cat photos, they work.
If I had a
If you
picture
give
of
us
Ruby
if you give us
next
2 options, we could have Ruby decide one, and
Ah.
Willow decides another.
Oh yeah. Well, I was thinking a picture of Ruby and baby Grogu Yoda next to each other. That would earn us the best chance of gathering.
Best
Yeah.
chance,
viewers.
even though our video has nothing to do with either of those things anymore.
But the
Right.
thumbnail
But the thumbnail
must
is what
be
counts.
yes. That's what gets them there.
Curtis, how's our graphic design coming?
Yeah, I didn't once again didn't get
Nothing.
much work in on it for this week, but
Uh-huh.
you know, maybe next week.
Pretty.
Maybe I'll
Maybe
do it
next
while I'm watching Firefly and Red versus Blue all at the same time. I'll just set up like 12 screens in front of myself.
You should live stream that. That sounds interesting.
This does sound.
Yeah,
Oh,
at that
Lord.
point we probably wouldn't get copyright struck because there'd just be so much noise the algorithms wouldn't be able to figure out.
Right,
was
that's how
going on?
people can get away with like all 9 Star Wars movies at the same time. It's just like the algorithm doesn't know what the hell's going on.
Heather did give us a suggestion next week we should go into detail about our top 3 third Spider-Man movies.
Okay.
Out of the one that exists.
Oh boy.
All right.
All right. I mean, we can try.
Well.
We could always just talk about Spider-Man 3. I don't want to.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's necessary.
Jazz.
Okay.
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 Like and subscribe.
And subscribe.